Good morning, one and all. My name is Elias. Today we will be discussing more about the DTD. DTD stands for Document Type Definition. Okay, right. So here, see, suppose if you take an XML document, okay, like employee is the root element and employee name something like Ramu, like enclosing this element. So I am just creating one XML document here. So employee name, employee number, something like 101, and I am closing this employee. Right. So this is what an XML document. Okay. For this XML document, in the previous lecture, we have seen how to create the DTD and how to create the DTD for this XML document. Okay. Right. So how to create the DTD for this XML document? We will be having one syntax less than exclamatory mark followed by element. Okay. So followed by element. What is the root element here? Employee. Right? So employee in the brackets. What are the child elements we have on that employee? E name, comma, E number. Close. So this is what. So the DTD for the root element. For the child elements, less than exclamatory mark, followed by element, followed by child name, E number, E name, hash, PC data. Okay, so like this we have created the child elements. Okay, right. So this is the DTD for the given XML for this XML document. Okay, employee number, hash, PC data. Right. So here for the given XML document, for this XML document we have created the DTD. Now what I want to do is, okay, so I want to link this XML document with the DTD document. In order to link the XML with the DTD, in two ways we can link this DTD. Okay, means we, in two ways we can link this XML document with the DTD document. Okay, there are two different ways. The two different ways are internal DTD and external DTD. Internally you can link DTD with XML or externally also you can do it. Okay, once again this external can be classified into two different types, that is public and private. Public and private DTD. Okay, so public and private DTDs. Okay, right. So we are saying if you want to link an XML document with the DTD document, okay, so here we have one element that is less than exclamatory mark doc type. Doc type is the element that we will use for to link the XML document with the DTD document. Okay, right. So how we will link this? Okay, we will see now. So first we will talk about the internal DTD. Okay, right. We will see the syntaxes and all. Okay, related to this DTD. Yeah. See what we have to write here is, okay. So this is about DTD. So dot type followed by, so what the syntax we need to follow for the internal DTD, right? For the internal DTD, what the syntax we need to follow, right? So doc type already we know. So in order to link this document DTD with the XML, so doc type followed by root element. What is the root element? Employee, right? Then after that we have to specify all the things in the brackets, means all the DTD rules we need to write here. Okay, then close. Okay, right. So this is the syntax we need to follow in the internal DTD. In order to link the XML document with the DTD, we will be using one element, that is doc type element. So with the help of this doc type elements, we can link the DTD with the XML document. Okay. In order to link the DTD with the XML document, doc type element, okay, with this syntax we will do. Okay, that is the root element followed by all the roots. Okay, right. Now just we will add this statement, this line to this particular DTD code so that it will become as internal DTD. So what we need to do here? Less than exclamatory mark, right? Less than exclamatory mark, followed by doc type. Doc type. What is the root element here? Employee is the root element. Then I need to start the square brackets, and all these rules we need to write for the all the elements and closing square brackets. Then greater than symbol. Right. So now what we will do is we won't save this separately. Okay. So in one file only we will save. That is what .xml file. Okay. Then if you open this XML file, you will be having XML code and with the DTD code. Means in a single file we can add the DTD description and the XML document. Okay, XML document and the description of the document both will be available. This type of writing DTD rules, okay, inside the XML document is known as internal DTD. Right. What about external DTD? Right. For the external DTD, just we will add some more lines of code. Okay, that we will see. What the code we will write in external DTD, right? So in the external DTD, right? So external once again classified into two types, public and private. Okay, right? So here private DTD we will see. So how we need to write means in the doc type, same doc type element only we will use. So doc type followed by the root element. Suppose employee is the root element. Okay, right. So after this employee, what we need to write for the private is system. See, public DTD and private DTD. So for the private DTD, we have to write the word as system. Then we have to specify the file name, file.dtd. Okay, so file.dtd, then closing things. Okay, right. See here in external DTD. Okay, so with the doc type, and we will specify the root element and follow the system file name. If it is public, DTD, for this particular statement, doc type, root element, employee, public, followed by the file name. Now you may get the doubt here. Okay. So if you observe the internal DTD code, okay, right. So we wrote XML code and followed by the DTD code. That is what is the internal DTD. Okay, right. So here what we will do means we will save the files separately, .xml and .dtd files. Okay, right. So external DTD means externally we will save this DTD document with .dtd extension. Okay, we will save the description separately and XML file separately. Okay, right. So if you specify the document, okay, that is the DTD document. Just now we wrote all those things. Okay, so less than exclamatory mark followed by element, then followed by root element, employee, then followed by child elements, email, number, like this we wrote. Okay, and then after that we wrote the element, then followed by the name of PC data. Okay, right. So this one description we wrote. Okay, so this description we wrote. Now what we will do is we will save this description with the .dtd extension. Okay, right. Suppose for example sample.dtd. Okay, think that like this. So now what we will do is in the private and the public DTD. So in the XML document, we will add one line, that is what doc type followed by root element employee system in capital letters, then followed by file name is what, sample dot dtd, like this. Okay, so then normal XML code, that is what, employee name, run, then employee name, like this, employee number 101, employee number, close, employee. Okay, this is of code. So XML file and this one. Okay, right. So just this line only will change. Okay, right. So in the external DTD, right. So we'll be adding like this. Okay, one line in the XML document, so that these two links will happen. Easily you can execute it. Okay, so you need to run the .xml file by using browser. Okay, then you will get the output. Okay, same thing. So for the public DTD, just write this line. Okay, so the very simple one. Okay, so here if you want to describe an XML document, okay, so if you want to describe the XML document, this is the best technique. Okay, this is the easiest technique. Okay, that we will follow. Okay, that is DTD, document type definition. Okay, so we can describe the XML document very easily. Okay, but what we need to remember here is some of the important points is which data type we will use in DTD, that is PC data. So, right, so parser character data. Right, parser character data means everything whatever you will write in XML document, whatever you will take from the XML document, all those things will be treated as a text document and everything will be saved. Okay, right. So this is what PC data. And like this we will be describing the DTD. Okay. Similarly, we have one more concept, okay, for to describe the XML document, that is what, XSD. Right, we have one more document, that is XSD. XSD means schema definition. Okay, right. So schema definition. Okay, so the schema definition, this concept also we can use and we can describe the XML document. Okay, there one structure, one schema, right? So one structure we will follow. Okay, so based on the structure, okay, right? So based on the rules, okay, right? So based on the rules of the structure, okay, we will be describing the given XML document. Okay, this is also an easy technique. Okay, but the easiest technique that we will use here is, okay, DTD. Right. So in the next coming lectures, okay, so if possible, I will be explaining the XSD concept. Right. So here up to now in the XML, we have learned some concepts like how what is an XML and what is the differences between XML and HTML we have seen. Then after that, uh, how to write an XML document, what are the things we need to consider, and how to write the description of that XML document by using DTD and XSD, right? And types of DTDs also we have learned. Okay, right. So this is a very easy chapter. Okay, easy unit. Okay, so easily you can score the marks. Okay, right. So this is more about this XML. Okay, right. So in order to understand that XML, okay, first you should have a knowledge of HTML. Right, that is hypertext markup language. Okay, right. So then after that, say if any XML document is given to you, okay, you can pass pass the document, you can convert the document to the machine code. If you want to convert the XML document to machine code, we will use parsers. Okay, right. So in order to convert the XML document to the machine code, we will use parsers. Okay, right. So in our syllabus, we are having two different types of parsers, that is DOM parser and the SAX parser. Right. So DOM parser and the SAX parser. Okay, DOM parser, right, will work just like compiler, and the SAX parser will work like an interpreter. Okay, right. What the compiler will do? It will convert the entire document to the machine code. At a time, it will convert. But interpreter is what? Okay, it will convert line by line. Okay, it will convert line by line. Okay, there is a difference here. Okay, right. Just like compiler and interpreter, DOM parser and the SAX parser will be working. Okay, so both will be used for converting the XML document to the machine code. Okay, right. So this is also one of the important concept. Okay, so DOM parser and the SAX parser, these two are important parsers. Okay, right. So that we will be using. Okay, and we will see some examples also. And we will see some program also how to we will be implementing for to convert the XML document to the machine code. Okay, we will take one line and we will try to convert it to the machine code. Okay, right. So by using DOM parser and the SAX parser. Okay, so already we know about compiler and the interpreter. So compiler means compiles the programs at a time, it will convert it into the machine code. Okay, full program at a time can be converted. In the interpreter, it will convert line by line. Okay, right. So these are some of the important concepts that we should be aware of. Okay, in this second unit. Okay, right. If time permits, we will go with the XSD. Right. So XSD also is a very easy one. Just like how we wrote XML document to DDD. Okay, XSD also in a similar fashion. We will take one XML document and we will try to write the definition, schema definition for that. Okay. Yeah, schema definition is very easy. Just we will use the tag as schema, right? So in between this, we will be describing, we will be writing the definition of that XML document. Okay, right. So and there we will be using one concept like namespace. Okay, right. So namespace concept we will use, and the help of namespace concept. Okay, so we will be giving the definition of that XML document. Okay, right. So thank you.